Welcome to Fast Break Brief, your quick, no BS update on the latest from around the NBA. If you're a real Hoops fan, hit that like and subscribe so you never miss a buzzer-beater headline.
Kendrick Perkins has criticized the Golden State Warriors for their handling of Jonathan Kuminga's contract negotiations.
As the 2025 to 2026 National Basketball Association season approaches, several free agents are still determining their next team.
Jonathan Kuminga, Josh Giddey, and Russell Westbrook are among the players seeking to finalize their futures.
Russell Westbrook, who spent 11 years with the Oklahoma City Thunder, is likely to play for his sixth team in 7 seasons.
He will not return to the Denver Nuggets after a fluctuating season where he finished 7th in 6th Man of the Year voting.
The Sacramento Kings appear to be the most likely destination for Westbrook, who will turn 37 early in the season.
There has been little change regarding Jonathan Kuminga's contract situation with the Golden State Warriors.
Kuminga is not interested in the Warriors' 2-year, $45 million offer, which includes a team option and a request for him to waive his no-trade clause.
Kuminga is seeking a contract that demonstrates a commitment to him as a future building block, either with the Warriors or another team.
Many players are still without a team for next season due to the influx of drafted players and salary cap restrictions.
Al Horford is likely to join the Warriors once the free agency period concludes, but the Kuminga situation is delaying the process.
Horford is considering retirement, but the Warriors seem to be planning for him to be part of their team next season.
Of the prominent restricted free agents, Cam Thomas is the most likely to play next season under his qualifying offer.
Josh Giddey's contract negotiations with the Chicago Bulls have been lengthy, but an agreement is expected before the end of the summer.
Quentin Grimes, like Kuminga, Giddey, and Thomas, is a restricted free agent with limited options due to salary cap constraints.
The Philadelphia 76ers have other young guards they are developing, which could impact Grimes' playing time.
The National Basketball Association free agency period is underway, and teams are making moves.
Impactful signings include Miles Turner moving to the Milwaukee Bucks, and extensions for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jaren Jackson Jr.
We will be grading these moves and discussing their implications.
The Boston Celtics reportedly agreed to a 1-year minimum deal with forward Chris Boucher.
This move saves the Celtics significant salary and luxury tax.
Boucher is considered a potential upgrade, having ranked highly among free agents.
His efficient shooting and defensive capabilities make him valuable.
The San Antonio Spurs reportedly agreed to a 4-year maximum extension with De'Aaron Fox.
This decision comes after the Spurs drafted point guard Dylan Harper, raising questions about Fox's role.
The Spurs are taking a risk with this extension, as Fox's value could decline.
Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers reportedly agreed to a 3-year extension.
This agreement secures Doncic as the Lakers' superstar for the future.
The extension structure allows Doncic to potentially recoup lost earnings.
The Lakers will face challenges maintaining their roster depth with Doncic's contract.
The National Basketball Association 2025 to 2026 season is set to tip off with exciting matchups on opening night.
Sources have revealed that the Houston Rockets will face the defending champions, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Another opening night game will feature a classic rivalry, the Golden State Warriors versus the Los Angeles Lakers.
Both of these opening night games are scheduled for October 21st and will be broadcast on National Broadcasting Company.
Fans can also look forward to a Christmas Day slate of 5 games broadcast on American Broadcasting Company.
The Cleveland Cavaliers will travel to Madison Square Garden to play against the New York Knicks.
The San Antonio Spurs will face a tough challenge on the road against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
A rematch of the opening night game will see the Houston Rockets take on the Los Angeles Lakers.
The Dallas Mavericks will visit the Golden State Warriors in another exciting Christmas Day matchup.
Rounding out the Christmas Day games, the Minnesota Timberwolves will face the Denver Nuggets.
These highly anticipated games promise exciting basketball action for fans across the country.
This information comes from sources who spoke to ESPN reporter Shams Charania.
The opening night and Christmas Day games are always highly anticipated matchups.
These games often feature some of the biggest rivalries and star players in the league.
Fans will not want to miss these exciting games to kick off the 2025 to 2026 season.
Make sure to mark your calendars for October 21st and December 25th.
The Boston Celtics have officially extended Joe Mazzulla's contract, securing him as their head coach for multiple years.
While the specific terms of the deal remain undisclosed, Celtics president Brad Stevens has consistently expressed the team's desire to keep Mazzulla long-term.
In a statement, Mazzulla expressed gratitude for his family, the Celtics ownership, and the players he has coached.
He also acknowledged the mentorship of Brad Stevens and the support of the Celtics staff.
At 37 years old, Mazzulla has already led the Celtics to the playoffs in each of his 3 seasons as head coach.
This includes winning the franchise's 18th NBA championship in the 2023-2024 season.
This accomplishment made him the youngest head coach to win an NBA Finals since Bill Russell in the 1968-1969 season.
Under Mazzulla's leadership, the Celtics have consistently achieved impressive regular season records.
They have won at least 57 games each season, exceeding 60 wins in the past 2.
While the details of Mazzulla's previous contracts have not been publicly shared, it is known he received an extension after the interim tag was removed in February 2023.
Brad Stevens also confirmed that Mazzulla had received at least one additional extension before this latest one.
Stevens praised Mazzulla's understanding of the job and his passion for the Celtics.
He highlighted Mazzulla's hard work and accomplishments, including the impressive average of over 60 wins per season and the 2024 NBA championship victory.
Mazzulla initially joined the Celtics in 2019 as an assistant coach, serving in that role for 3 seasons.
He was appointed interim head coach before the 2022-2023 season following the suspension of Ime Udoka.
Thanks for tuning in to NBA Fast Break. Catch you on the next play.
Javonte Green is reportedly close to signing a 1-year contract with the Detroit Pistons.
This information comes from sources who spoke with ESPN reporter Shams Charania.
Green, a 32-year-old free agent forward, played for both the New Orleans Pelicans and the Cleveland Cavaliers last season.
He averaged 5.1 points and 3.2 rebounds in 68 combined games.
At 6'5", Green is expected to bolster the Pistons' defensive presence on the wing.
Detroit's current wing rotation includes Osar Thompson, Jaden Ivey, and Duncan Robinson.
It also features Karis LeVert and Ronald Holland II.
Green has played in 263 games across 6 seasons in the National Basketball Association.
He has played for the Pelicans, Cavaliers, Chicago Bulls, and Boston Celtics.
Over his career, he has averaged 5.3 points per game.
This signing adds depth and experience to the Pistons roster.
It will be interesting to see how Green fits into the team. Is plans for the upcoming season.
The Pistons are looking to improve upon their recent performance.
This addition could be a valuable asset to their goals.
The terms of the deal have not yet been publicly disclosed.
More details are expected to emerge soon.
Malik Beasley is facing a federal gambling investigation and was recently evicted.
Court records show Beasley was sued twice this year for back rent.
While the first case was dismissed, the second resulted in an eviction order.
Beasley is not currently represented by an attorney in the eviction case.
His attorney in the federal gambling investigation confirmed he is not involved in the eviction.
Beasley's social media suggests he has been traveling in Europe.
This investigation makes Beasley the 3rd National Basketball Association player in 18 months to be investigated for gambling allegations.
The allegations against Beasley stem from the 2023-2024 season with the Milwaukee Bucks.
It is important to note that Beasley has not been charged with any crime.
An investigation is not a charge, and Beasley is presumed innocent under the United States Constitution.
Before these legal troubles, Beasley was reportedly in discussions with the Detroit Pistons for a contract.
However, these discussions have been put on hold due to the ongoing investigation.
Over his National Basketball Association career, Beasley has earned nearly $60 million.
Beasley is also facing a lawsuit from his former marketing agency.
National Basketball Association Most Valuable Player Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was given the key to the city of Hamilton.
This honor was presented by Mayor Andrea Horwath at a public rally on Thursday.
The event took place at Hamilton Stadium, where a large crowd gathered to celebrate.
Mayor Horwath also announced that a street will be named after Gilgeous-Alexander.
This recognition comes after the Oklahoma City Thunder star led his team to the National Basketball Association title.
Gilgeous-Alexander expressed his pride in his hometown of Hamilton.
He shared that he always emphasizes his Hamilton roots when asked about his origins.
He described a unique sense of grit and determination among Hamiltonians.
Gilgeous-Alexander stated that he carries this spirit with him wherever he goes.
He expressed overwhelming joy at receiving the key to the city and having a street named after him.
The basketball star returned to Hamilton Stadium later that Thursday night.
He was honored before the second quarter of a Canadian Football League game.
The game was between the Hamilton Tiger Cats and the British Columbia Lions.
This further solidified Gilgeous-Alexander's connection to his hometown and its sports community.
The celebration showcased the city's pride in its National Basketball Association champion.
Gilgeous-Alexander clearly demonstrated his deep appreciation for the city of Hamilton.
A former Miami Heat security officer has been charged with transporting and transferring stolen goods across state lines.
62-year-old Marcos Thomas Perez of Miami made his initial court appearance on Tuesday.
Law enforcement executed a search warrant at Perez's residence on April 3 and seized approximately 300 stolen items.
The Miami Heat confirmed the game-worn jerseys and other valuable memorabilia were stolen from their facility.
Perez is accused of selling the stolen items to online brokers over a 3-year period.
Authorities say he sold more than 100 items for approximately $2 million.
The stolen goods were often sold at bargain prices and shipped across state lines.
One notable sale was a LeBron James jersey worn during the National Basketball Association Finals, sold for approximately $100,000.
That same jersey later sold at a Sotheby's auction for $3.7 million.
Perez is a 25-year retired veteran of the Miami Police Department.
He worked for the Heat from 2016 to 2021.
He also worked as a National Basketball Association security employee from 2022 to 2025.
As part of the game day security detail at the Casilla Center, he had access to a security equipment room.
This room stored memorabilia intended for a future team museum.
Documents indicate Perez accessed this room to steal more than 400 game-worn jerseys and other items.
The investigation is ongoing, and further details are expected to be released.
The Chicago Bulls are bringing back their classic red pinstripe uniforms for the 2025-26 season.
These iconic black uniforms with red pinstripes first appeared during the Michael Jordan era.
This marks the third statement edition uniform in the Bulls' almost 60-year history.
Michael Jordan and the Bulls originally wore these uniforms during their historic 72-10 championship season of 1995-96.
The team also wore the pinstripes during the 1996-97, 2007-08, and 2012-13 seasons.
This specific design has not been seen since 2013, marking a significant return.
Previous black uniforms either lacked pinstripes entirely or featured embossed gray ones.
Hall of Famer Dennis Rodman, who helped the Bulls win back-to-back championships in these uniforms, assisted with the reveal.
Rodman described the uniforms as legendary and suitable for a new generation.
He fondly recalled the initial introduction of the uniform as a legendary moment.
The Bulls will wear these uniforms for select statement edition games in the upcoming season.
The design is so iconic that the Chicago White Sox used it as inspiration for their 2025 City Connect uniform.
This demonstrates the lasting impact of the Bulls' pinstripe design, even after a decade of absence.
The return of these uniforms is sure to excite fans and evoke memories of the Bulls dynasty.
It will be interesting to see how the current Bulls team performs in these classic threads.
This move is a clear nod to the team's glorious past and a hope for future success.
The National Basketball Association has a rich history of dynasties, from the Boston Celtics in the 1960s to the Golden State Warriors in the 2010s.
However, the league has seen 7 different champions since 2018, the longest stretch of parity in its history.
This parity is partly due to new financial rules aimed at creating a more level playing field.
These rules, including salary cap aprons, force teams to make difficult decisions about retaining star players.
The Oklahoma City Thunder, after winning their first title, face these challenges despite a seemingly open championship window.
Many believe these new rules could make dynasties a thing of the past.
National Basketball Association Commissioner Adam Silver argues that the new system allows successful teams to stay together but requires harder choices.
The Boston Celtics, for example, traded key players to reduce their payroll.
The Cleveland Cavaliers lost a key player due to spending limits.
The Denver Nuggets made strategic trades to save money and secure future flexibility.
These examples show how the new rules prioritize financial flexibility and long-term planning.
Avoiding bad contracts is now more crucial than ever for building a contender.
The Los Angeles Clippers prioritized flexibility over retaining an aging star, demonstrating this new approach.
The Philadelphia 76ers, on the other hand, face uncertainty with expensive contracts.
Teams are now focusing on depth and balance rather than solely relying on star power.
The New York Knicks built a strong starting five through shrewd contract negotiations.
Cooper Flagg is considered one of the most promising prospects since LeBron James, adding intrigue to his landing with the Dallas Mavericks.
The Mavericks general manager views Flagg as both a contributor to their win-now mode and the future of the franchise.
Experts are discussing Flagg's potential for All-Star appearances, Most Valuable Player awards, and championships.
The last #1 picks to reach the playoffs as rookies were Markelle Fultz and Ben Simmons with the 2017-18 Philadelphia 76ers.
Flagg joins a Mavericks team that recently traded Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving.
Irving is currently recovering from a torn ACL, which raises questions about his return and impact on the team.
Panelists predict the Mavericks have a high probability of reaching the play-in tournament but a low probability of securing home court advantage in the playoffs.
Most panelists believe Flagg, Davis, and Irving will win 2 or fewer playoff series together in Dallas.
Flagg is unlikely to be an All-Star in his rookie season, but many believe he will achieve this by his second or third year.
It is unlikely Flagg will win the Most Valuable Player award soon, given the recent dominance of international players.
Flagg's two-way ability makes him a potential MVP candidate in the future, but various factors influence this possibility.
Historically, only a quarter of #1 draft picks have won NBA titles.
Flagg's strong projection and the Mavericks' talent increase his odds compared to other top picks.
Flagg joining Davis and Irving, former #1 picks who have won championships, further improves his chances.
Although Dirk Nowitzki spent his entire career with the Mavericks, most modern players change teams at some point.
Experts predict Flagg will likely play for 2 or 3 teams during his NBA career.
3 years ago, the Oklahoma City Thunder were focused on developing their young core, centered around shy Gilgeous-Alexander.
Fast forward to the present, and the Thunder defied expectations, achieving 68 regular season wins and securing an NBA championship.
This underscores the fact that not every team can realistically contend for a title every year.
While parity in the NBA has led to a different champion in 7 consecutive seasons, only a handful of teams are true contenders annually.
Teams adopt different strategies, some focusing on young talent development, while others attempt to balance competing now with planning for the future.
Our analysis considers each team's roster, salary cap projections, and draft pick obligations, categorizing them into 8 tiers.
The Denver Nuggets, Milwaukee Bucks, and Minnesota Timberwolves are all in on winning a championship now.
The Nuggets face urgency with Nikola Jokic's potential free agency in 2 years and limited future draft capital.
The Bucks have consistently made significant moves to appease Giannis Antetokounmpo, including acquiring and subsequently waiving Damian Lillard.
Minnesota, with a young star in Anthony Edwards, has traded draft capital to maintain their current roster, necessitating future replacements for aging veterans.
Several teams, including the Cleveland Cavaliers and Houston Rockets, are focused on an extended championship window.
The Cavaliers have a young starting lineup, but face financial constraints due to upcoming extensions for Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley.
The Rockets, having acquired Kevin Durant, aim to emulate Oklahoma City's success, balancing the veteran presence with younger talents.
The New York Knicks have invested in long-term contracts for players like Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson.
Luka Doncic recently signed a lucrative contract extension with the Los Angeles Lakers, a move that has generated significant excitement.
This extension signals Doncic's commitment to building a lasting legacy with the Lakers, aiming to add to their impressive championship history.
LeBron James joined the Lakers in 2018 after a period of playoff absence for the franchise.
5 years later, Doncic arrives with the goal of establishing a sustainable winning model.
James, at 34, focused on maximizing his remaining prime years with the Lakers.
Doncic, at 26, expresses a desire for immediate contention, emphasizing his eagerness to return to the NBA Finals.
The NBA has seen a high degree of parity in recent years, with 7 different champions in the past 7 seasons.
The question arises whether Doncic and the Lakers, backed by substantial financial resources, can break this trend.
2-player archetypes are considered ideal complements to Doncic: powerful rim-running centers and knockdown shooters.
Doncic excels in pick-and-roll situations and has a history of generating corner three-point attempts for his teammates.
While the Lakers currently lack a surplus of consistent shooters, acquiring them may be easier than finding high-quality big men.
DeAndre Ayton, the new Lakers center, represents a decent but not perfect fit in the short term.
Regarding the center position's long-term future, 2 perspectives exist.
One suggests the Lakers need an all-star caliber center, while the other believes Doncic can elevate any rim runner.
Doncic has demonstrated an ability to play effectively alongside other ball handlers, as seen with Kyrie Irving and Jalen Brunson.
Austin Reeves' future with the Lakers presents a significant question, particularly regarding his contract negotiations next summer.
Thanks for catching Fast Break Brief. Hit follow, stay locked in, and we'll see you next time with more NBA fire in 5 minutes or less. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to NBA Fast Break. Catch you on the next play.